For professional athletes, draft day, draft night is usually the biggest day/night of their entire lives and their careers. For WWE 2K players within the community, patch day is either one of the best days or one of the worst days. And today, we got a little bit of things to cover, not too much, but 2K just dropped patch 1.09 for WWE 2K26, and we're just going to pretty much go over the patch notes. Even though I feel like it's kind of weird to really call it a patch, it's more of a hot fix, and they really didn't touch too many things. In the patch notes, they only mentioned 3 specific things, but it appears they did touch maybe 5 or 6 things. Just like always, timestamps in the description below, and so we're just going to pretty much go ahead and jump into it. So in the official patch notes, 2K said, while the team continues working on the next major patch, we have released a hot fix today, version 1.09, to address the below concerns. Of course, you pretty much know the script, you know the rundown by now. Stability and performance improvements. Then they said that they addressed reported concerns with the Jackhammer pin combo. Because, if you don't know, I made a video a couple of days ago talking about some of the things that patch 1.08 broke, because it did damage a few moves. Goldberg's Jackhammer was affected. Knife Edge Chop 10, I believe to be specific, was also affected. However, they didn't mention anything about Knife Edge Chop in the patch, so I'm just going to assume it's still broken and that we'll see it addressed in patch 1.10. So hold on, we have a bit of a brief update. In the hour since I last recorded this, 1, I sound like I'm congested, but 2, 2K did address it. They didn't put it in the patch notes like I said, but Knife Edge Chop 10, it's finally been fixed. But with Goldberg's Jackhammer, the Jackhammer would work until you attempted to do a pin combo with it. When you would attempt to do the pin combo, it would just kind of levitate you in the air like it was a Hocus Pocus or a Wizards of Waverly Place simulator, and it would just kind of look kind of odd and goofy, and then you would just come crashing down. And so a lot of people complained about it. I'm actually surprised they fixed it this quickly, because with 2K, I honestly expected them to wait until the full patch, which, version 1.10, which would have presumably have been 1.09, if not, 1.09 that dropped today. So I'm shocked that they did it, glad they did it. And then another thing they addressed reported concerns with the corner springboard spear. Now when I made that initial video, I didn't include this because I didn't even know it was a thing until after I had already made the video, and I saw people online talking about, the springboard corner spear was broken. So 2K, they addressed it, they fixed it as well, and they've done a few more things, I don't even think it's the correct way to use the word, but they did a shadow drop. I guess it would be better to say a shadow fix, because shout out to Smack Talks. He said it looks like the patch also fixed the deletion utility crashing when selecting custom images, which is a huge thing because this has been a problem for a while now. I think when patch 1.07 it was either 1.06, 1.07, or 1.08. I really want to specifically say that it was probably 1.07, because I think in 1.08 they claimed that they did fix this issue, that they addressed it, when in reality nothing changed. But I do have to also give a bit of a disclaimer, because there are some users who are claiming that patch 1.09 truly didn't fix it. As far as the PS5 users go, the patch did address it. That's pretty much what I'm getting. I've seen somebody say they aren't sure for the Series X, and I've seen at least one person say it just didn't fix it on PC. Deletion utility still an issue for PC players after patch 1.09. As far as the Switch 2 goes, I don't see anyone saying anything about it. So again, it's kind of in limbo as well. PS5 is pretty much confirmed, it's fixed. Series X, we don't know. Nintendo Switch 2, we don't know. And PC, apparently it hasn't been fixed. And again, with a bit of a brief update, since I last recorded this, I hopped back on Twitter, and I'm still seeing people having a bit of a 50-50 mixed opinion and a bit of a mixed experience. Some people are saying, yeah, patch 1.09 did properly fix the deletion utility for them, while others are still saying it just didn't work at all. So maybe 1.10 will fully address it, which if that's the case, that will be the 3rd patch that they've quote unquote addressed it in, which is at a certain point, it's kind of ridiculous. What kind of bug, what did you guys do that it just won't go away? And I've even seen people, I saw one guy, he said something like he had 3,000 images. He's probably just gonna have to delete everything. I've seen people in my comments say, they don't want to do that, and you shouldn't have to. Then nobody wants to go through that. Me personally, I don't even know if I've ever been affected by this glitch yet, because I haven't even tried to use the deletion utility at all, because I just don't even want to deal with the type of headache. And I feel like, honestly, it would probably annoy me to the point that I would just delete the game entirely for a few months. And something else I do want to briefly address, or at least, two more things. I've seen somebody complain that online matches or the online servers, they still are kind of crappy, bad, just not up to par. And there's been a common theme, a common issue I've seen people complain about this year, which, just like the deletion utility tool, they did claim that they fixed it, they addressed it in patch 1.08, but here we are at patch 1.09. People are still having issues with it. Again, 1.10 is going to be the next big patch. I'm assuming it's going to come out maybe next week, and I can only assume 2K will address it here. But the question is, are they really going to address it, or will it be another instance where it just still won't work? I haven't played any online matches yet this year. Some people could probably argue that maybe it's not 2K, maybe it's just the person's Wi-Fi. Again, I'm not sure. Could be a combination of both. But maybe, I really do want to say, I think it's probably just 2K, solely because of how many people have complained about it this year. And then one more thing that I do feel should be mentioned is, I'm seeing people also still bring up and mention that you can't use custom portraits for alternative attires, which is stupid, because like this user pointed out, this was a feature they implemented in 2K22. It's worked fine in all of the games since 2K22, 2K23, 2K24, 2K25. Here we go with 2K26, and you just can't do it. It doesn't work, apparently, or it got broken. And I know I keep making this mistake, but I just really want to give 2K the benefit of the doubt, because I just genuinely don't believe anybody would be stupid enough to introduce a feature like this, and then you just a couple of years later, you just decide to get rid of it. So this had to be a glitch. It's got to be some sort of a bug. It couldn't have been intended, because if it was, what the hell were you thinking? But hey, that's just my opinion. At the end of the day, I'm just a dude who's yapping non-stop. So what do I know? But you already know the routine by now. Go ahead and get that leg ready. Go ahead and get it to pop up. Stretch it out. And I want you to go ahead and super kick, sweet chin music, that like button, just like Prime HBK himself. And then that subscribe button, I want you to pick it up. I want you to throw it off of the ropes and hit it with a pop-up power bomb. Put them through the mat. Go ahead and get that 1, 2, 3. But man, either way, let me know your thoughts on patch 1.09. What are you looking forward to in patch 1.10? But hey, your boy finna sign out. Take it easy.